Guys, one of the other guys to check on, but the only thing that was sure that didn't come back was Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. He had an ankle, didn't return. Go ahead. We think it was a thigh contusion, but we'll have to wait to see.
What's going to stick with you about this game?
The loss, losing. I mean,
Are there specific areas that you were just really concerned with?
yeah, I was real disappointed that we couldn't get them off the field. I mean, they had one punt today. We had one punt. They had one turnover. We had 3 turnovers. So I think when both teams only punt once, it looks like it's going to be a shootout. But, you know, we ended up turning over 2 more times than them, and it was a 5-point game. So almost as simple as that.
Brian, you weren't able to sack them, but there were also some assignments to you blown and some blitz calls that backfired. What went on those first half touchdowns?
I don't think assignment was blown on the touchdown. Called an all-out blitz, and he's got to get rid of it right away, and he threw it up and got a chance for a pick, didn't come through with it, and they got a touchdown. It's a real bad play by us.
Are you okay with that blitz call in that moment?
That's stuff we'll discuss throughout this week. Obviously, I did not like the result.
Brock's 2 interceptions seemed similar in that he was expecting a receiver to come across. I mean, what was going on both of those?
I thought on the first one to Juwan, he just missed the throw. I thought he just sailed it a little bit inside, had Juwan right there. The second one, then they're soft as can be, going down without any timeouts, and he tried to lob it over a guy who was really deep, and it looked like the guy climbed the ladder and made a hell of a play.
Do you feel like you're getting enough from your pass rush right now?
No, I don't look like it.
What's going on?
I mean, last week I didn't think they had as many opportunities. This week it seemed like they did watching it live. I'll have to check it out on the plane, but we didn't have any sacks today, and when you go against a quarterback like that, you got to make him uncomfortable, and he didn't seem too uncomfortable.
How did Chris McCaffrey come out?
It seemed like he was fine. I haven't talked to him yet, but never heard anything during the game. Not much you can do about it. I mean, we flat out got beat, and I think right now you got to take it like a man. And we got a game here, and I think tomorrow we wake up. It'll be 5 days from now. We got a team coming off a bye week who's been waiting for this for a little bit, and we can't sit here and worry about what's happened before this. We got to make sure that we do everything from now all the way till Sunday when that game's over to find a way to beat the Bengals. And then we go into our bye week, and I just looked at our guys right now as we got about 5.5 days left. Got to focus all on that and make sure we go in that bye week 6-2, not 5-3.
Was there the 2 interceptions? Was there a theme on those? Were they with the reads or just the throws? What can you tell?
No, that's what I was just saying. He just missed the one to Juwan. A little over the middle. Had to have it a little more inside the numbers. And the second one was just trying to lob it over someone in desperation.
How do you think he played, Brock?
I thought he played really well. As the one missed throw to Juwan was the one tough play that he didn't make.
I think Ayuk only got targeted once in the second half. Did they do something to take him away after the first half?
No, I mean, there was plays for him. Just they mixed up their coverages, and just the way it rolls sometimes.
You had Jalen Moore in there for Trent. How do you think Jalen played today?
It seemed like he did well. I didn't notice. I didn't say his name much today, so it seemed like he did well. I thought, it's frustrating to only get 17 points, but the guys, when it's a game like that, we got to score on all those. And when you turn it over 3 times, that's 3 drives without points, and then we had that missed field goal too. So can't do that when the game goes the way it did.
Where is your confidence level in Jake Moody? He obviously made that kick, but missed 3 in a row before that.
Yeah, it was tough when he missed that. It was nice that he came back and hit a real long one. I think that was 54, 55, not sure, but that definitely helped the confidence, the one he finished with. All right, thanks, guys.
Richard, how did you feel physically out there today?
It really doesn't matter. If you're out there, you have a responsibility to your teammates to play the best you can, and I can't make those mistakes like that early in the game.
What is kind of the feeling in the locker room after this game?
Anytime you lose, it's a bad feeling. I think we have a team that's hypercritical of each individual, and we can't just let it trickle down. You got to take a good, hard look in the mirror. I know I'll do that. I made a bad mistake today that I believe cost us the game if I don't fumble that ball. And so I'm going to put it on me and go from there. Lost the ball.
It looked like you believed you were down.
Yeah, I'll always try to fight. But
The second touchdown, Chris, where you would run down the right side. Can you use what the team's mindset was at that point?
I mean, anytime we're out there, we believe we can score. It's just a matter of going out and executing.
What do you think this team needs to do now after 2 losses, getting ready for the game?
We just have to play well on game day. You know, we practice hard. We got all the right guys. We just have to play well, and that's, you know, I don't even want to speak for anyone else. I'll just speak for myself. I can't put the ball on the ground. I have to do better than that.
You had Jalen Moore making a big start for Trent Williams. How do you think he did today?
I think he did great. You know, come in there and do what he did. You know, he had a great week of practice, and I thought he did great out there.
Kind of talked about going to bye week, to not 5 week 3. Is this one going to be a little bit different, difficult to flush, or?
No, I mean, it's still, you know, you just have to let the anger fuel you in the right ways and, you know, come out and just be obsessed with executing and just doing your job. We got the right guys for that mentality. This isn't a team that's going to start folding or anything like that. Like I said, we just have to play better on the game day. Thank you.
Yeah, it was just a bad ball. JJ did a good job on his route, and D-line got a good push on us, and I sort of just was trying to anticipate the throw. At the end of the day, it was a bad ball, and obviously I threw it too far ahead of him, so, yeah.
When you are getting pressured like that, are you throwing to a spot because you're expecting the quarterback, the receiver to be in that spot?
Yeah, there's times where you get a push, but there's a timing of the play. There's a timing of routes and where guys are supposed to be and whatnot. That play, JJ he did his job. He ran the right route, the right timing, and everything. I just got pushed and sort of lost sight of him and just anticipated it too much far ahead of him. So, yeah, that's just how it was. He did a good job.
And then how about the second interception, Brock? What happened on that?
Yeah, 34 seconds left, sort of, trying to strain and make a play. That was like the shot within the play to hit Ray coming across the middle, and then that middle safety, Tampa player, he did a good job. I was trying to throw it over him, trying to force it. Got to learn from it, and I think I could have ran and got down and whatever, but I just forced it. So.
You guys had a lot of success in the first half. You had 7 points in that. What kind of were you thinking, coming out of the locker room in terms of where your head is in offense for the second half?
Yeah, we felt good just in terms of moving the ball. Their defense did a good job with just different looks and switching things up and trying to make us hot, trying to drop 8. And so we were still moving the ball, and then we just got in the red zone and stuff, and sort of folded at times. And so going into the second half, we felt good just in terms of hey, we get down there, we just got to execute and be better. We got to play our way of ball. So we felt good going into the second half, but yeah, that's just sort of how it went.
Did they do anything to take Ayuk away in the second half? I think you only moved him.
Yeah, just within the game plan and what they were doing coverage-wise, they did a good job with, sort of clouding his side and, in a sense, double teaming in zone. And so, yeah, I was on the other side of the field most of the time in the second half, but, yeah.
Right, you haven't had a lot of this, you've had mostly really good things happen in games. Is there anything you can take from it after the fact, just going through something like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. 2 in a row. It's the NFL. Every team is good. It doesn't matter who you're going against, what the record is, or anything like that. We didn't come into the week taking this team lightly. We knew it was going to be a hostile environment. It was going to be a great challenge. Our defense was really good. Kirk Cousins is really good. So it's like, for us, we came in with the right mindset. We just got to execute better. But for me and, a second one in a row hurts, obviously, but we just got to be better, and got a big one ahead this week too. So.
Last one, guys. Go.
Thousands of fans came from the state of Iowa, repping the Hawkeyes and Cyclone signs with you on them, and Hawkinson and Kittle and Longwood. What does it mean to have kind of Iowa on a showcase with some pretty big talent, Kittle, Hawkinson, and yourself, especially on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, I mean, it's always an honor to be able to represent the state of Iowa and everything that they've done for us as players, the great colleges within the state, Iowa State and Iowa. We're very honored to be able to represent the state, and for them to come out and show their pride and their support of us. It means a lot to us. So we love Iowa.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Is there an easy answer to explain why you guys couldn't sack Kirk Cousins today?
I think a lot went into it. Us not making the plays when they were there. The way the game went was definitely played into their hands, especially in the first half. But definitely going to look at the tape and not be too happy about how we performed in the moments where we could have changed it.
I know some of you quarterbacks get the ball out quick, which you don't get a lot of opportunities. But you guys feel like as a D line right now that you're playing up to your standard?
No. I mean, we have a lot of really good players on the D line, and obviously a lot invested in it, and you have to make the plays when they're there. You kind of get lulled to sleep by some of the protections, and when those ops come, you have to be ready for them. And I'm not sure how it went for the other three guys. I could only focus on myself, and there was definitely a couple opportunities there where I could have changed the game, and I need to do that with the kind of player I'm supposed to be. Just chip slides, and then you get that op. You got to be ready for it.
The first touchdown seemed like you slid over to, you trying to hit the ball, jump up for it.
Yeah.
Can you go take us through that play and what you were trying to accomplish?
First touchdown.
Yeah. He threw a 20-yarder over the
Yeah, I may have got.
You slid over from left end over the center and jumped over that.
Oh yeah, we ran a game, and they slid my way, so it's kind of a wasted rush. But when you do loop inside and the center's there, the best you could do is try and tip a pass, which is kind of an emphasis for us, and I didn't put my hand in the right spot.
The Vikings did see some of their rushing success in the first half. Were those some familiar problems from last week, or do you sense that was something new that's brought it up in this game?
Talking about their defense?
No, but running in the first half against you.
Yeah, I think as good as we think we are, every single week it's the NFL, and if one guy is off, then they're gonna make a play. And Kirk Cousins is a really good quarterback. He was making some good checks against our looks, and but yeah, I'd have to watch the tape to tell you on the runs.
The long touchdown right before the half. I guess what did that do to your confidence was, or just what was kind of the reaction to it?
We try to emphasize those 2-minute drives, especially going into half and at the end of the game, and we want to get off the field and not give them any points. That was the difference in the game. We called a blitz, I think, all out, and it definitely wasn't. I don't know how the back end feels about it, but Mooney was there. Tough luck for him on that. He was definitely there. It could have been his second pick of the game, and I'm sure he's going to be hard on himself and not blame the call. But yeah, it was a good play by them.
How do you feel about all the blitzing? Obviously, it left you exposed at times. pressure off the blitzes, but they didn't get home. What was the sense of the defensive line about blitzing like that?
It definitely works out sometimes. I'm not used to it. We're usually a rush 4 kind of team, and it's a little different this year. But yeah, I don't know.
When we went locker, you were sitting there talking to Fred for a while. What was kind of the gist of that?
Just kind of debriefing. Both of us had our moments and had some good drives, had some bad ones, had some missed tackles between me and him, and I think me and him try to take as much of the brunt of failure, being who we are and the leaders that we try to be. And yeah, we were just kind of talking about that.
Where do you think the emphasis of this team, especially on defense, has to be heading into this next game?
I think just being on our assignments. I think we practice so well. We're locked in all week. Everybody is on their job. That's not the issue at all. It's just when game day comes, you have to execute, and it's as simple as that.
Each of as good as you guys think you are. I mean, is this a little bit humbling?
Of course, yeah. The NFL will humble you every step of the way. And getting off to a 5-0 start, you kind of get that confidence that we are who we need to be. And but NFL does that. It's good players, good schemes, and we're gonna face another good team this week. So we got to be ready.
All right, thanks, Nick.
Thanks.
Brad, what wasn't working on both sides?
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak to our side. It's just we couldn't get off the field, plain and simple. We started slow in the first half, and then, anytime the quarterback's throwing for almost 400 yards, and I'm not sure what the third down percentage was, but it just too much leaky yardage, and, couldn't get off the field. They scored on almost every drive that they were out there, so we can't let that happen.
What was your view of the touchdown play before half? How deflating was that in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, obviously people are going to be like, oh, why are we going to blitz in that situation? But you look at it, Mooney had an interception. Their player happened to make a great play and goes in there and scores. I wouldn't say, of course you don't want that to happen, but you got to overcome adversity. I think the thing right now with us is we got to find ways to win the grimy games, the ones that it's not looking great, and find a way. Obviously we can win 30-10, but who are we and what are we going to do when we're down and we got to come back and win a game?
What's Val's message to the team?
That we just didn't play good enough in all three phases. We got to execute better on game day. It's not. I don't think it's a lack of effort or guys not preparing well enough throughout the week. It's like we just got to do it when we're out there.
Is that kind of your message to your teammates and to yourself, just putting it all together?
Yeah. I mean, we've shown what we're capable of. We got to obviously just put it together and do it when it matters.
There's a sense that you're just not yourselves right now. Do you agree with that? And if you do, have you put your finger on what the issue is?
It's hard to put your finger on it right now. Like I said, we've shown obviously what we're capable of, like our best version of ourselves. But at the end of the day, I want us to be. I want our mental toughness to go up. I want to win in any form or fashion. Like, I don't care if it's ugly. Like, all right, we'll figure it out later on. But let's find a way to get this done. It's back to the drawing board. Obviously, we got a big game coming up against the Bengals at home. It's a must win.
Your defense is, for years, has been largely dominant. I mean, is this humbling a little bit?
100%. Yeah. Well, it's got to get fixed.
Do you feel like you're not being asked to play like you usually do? You're doing more blitzing, for example. That's not characteristic of this defense over the last few years. Are you being asked to do things that are not 49ers way?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I think things are as similar as they've always been. We just gotta, like I said, we gotta execute. You're gonna look at everything, even with a even closer microscope right now. We just gotta execute. That's what it comes down to.
Two more guys. What was the gist of you and Nick? You were at your locker and he was talking. What's the gist of that about?
Same thing that I'm talking to you guys about, finding a way to win no matter what. Me and him obviously just got to be better for the team and find ways to make more plays.
It did seem that you ultimately tightened the screws against the run around halftime and then against a lot of those screen passes. Did that just come down to execution, or was there something that you were able to shift to make that work?
Yeah, execution. We started too slow in the first half, way too slow, me included. It was bad, so we got to be better.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.